guys, long time no see, I know. If you follow me on Snapchat, I told you guys that I was out traveling with my family. I took my family up to Illinois to go to Chicago and to visit some of my husband's family, and then next week we are leaving again to go do some more traveling, and somehow between now and then I have to film, edit, and reorganize my entire office space because I'm on a deadline to get it finished and there's just so much going on. But I'm so glad to be back filming. I thought that I would kick things off with a tutorial, and not only a tutorial, but a super easy, super universally flattering look that's going to look amazing on anyone who tries it. And it's also appropriate for any time of year. You can wear it for summer, you can wear it for winter. All you have to do is change the lip. A dark lip, you got a fall look. A bright, bold lip, you got a summer look. Or you can throw a red lip on and rock an amazing retro-inspired old Hollywood look, which you guys know is like my favorite. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and do not be afraid of this winged eyeliner situation I have going on my eyes right now. I made it as easy as pie for you guys to follow along and do. I hope you tried the little trick out that I show you and let me know how it goes, because I think it's super, super easy. I've been doing this a lot lately when I just need to do my makeup and get out the door. Anyway, I also wanted to let you guys know that in this video, I will be using some brushes that were sent to me by Vanity Planet. They contacted me several weeks ago and asked if I wanted to try out some of their new brushes that were coming out. I have worked with Vanity Planet before. I talked about it in my skincare routine video. I'll link it down below. I talked about their spin brush, which I still use all the time on my body and on my face. But they asked if I wanted to try out their new cruelty-free brushes that were coming out. And since I am vegan and on a journey to slowly veganize my entire makeup and cosmetic life, I was like, hells yeah. And I took them with me to Chicago. I got a crap ton of use out of them, and I'm extremely impressed. I would never talk about them if I didn't think they were worth mentioning. This is like most of them. I lost the kabuki brush that it comes with in Chicago. I can't find it anywhere, but there are 15 brushes in total. They have this really unique wooden kind of handle situation, which, like, I'm just gonna pull out some random brushes. You know, every single brush you see nowadays is black. I think this is kind of a unique touch. I have washed them already. I washed them right when I got them. They didn't shed. I really like these. I'm gonna leave a coupon code down below in my description box. It gives you 70% off, and it makes the brush set $30. So $30 for 15 brushes that are cruelty-free, work really well. I think that's a great deal, and I wanted to definitely share it with you guys. And I think I only use these brushes in this tutorial. I could be wrong, but I'm 99% sure this is all I use. So yeah, feel free to check these out. I really hope that you do. I think more companies need to hop on the cruelty-free bandwagon. Like, there's no reason in the world not to, as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you do enjoy it. Check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms, as well as information about all products used. Subscribe if you have not. We are almost at 50,000 subscribers. I am so excited, and hopefully I will catch you in the next one. I hope you're having an amazing summer, and I love you more than you will ever know. Bye.
Hi guys, as always, we are starting off with priming our eyes. I'm using MAC Painterly Paint Pot and a flat brush just to work this all over from lash line to brow. Don't skip priming, even though we are not doing a lot by way of shadow. You are laying down a lot of eyeliner, and it will crease if you have anywhere near oily eyelids. Then I'm taking a concealer a little bit lighter than my skin tone and carving out the underside of my brow. I do this in every single video. I'm just using the same brush that I use to lay down the paint pot, and then I will blend out that edge with my finger to make sure there are no harsh lines. I will be using a lot of the same brushes for multiple purposes in this tutorial moving forward. Then using a flat brush, I'm just going to take a translucent powder to set the paint pot situation and the concealer I have all over my lid to make sure that once again we have no creasing moving forward. I always suggest this, but I definitely wouldn't suggest skipping it in this particular look. Then I'm going to take Birkin from Anastasia Beverly Hills and a fluffy blending brush that comes with the kit, and I'm just going to work this in my crease. I really like this kit, and I really like this brush, but I will say that if your eyes are a little bit bigger, you might have a hard time getting a really blown out upper crease color with this brush alone. It is a little bit dense, so if you don't have a super fluffy brush in your collection before you order this, I would like go to the drugstore and get one just to make sure you can blend things out really soft and smoothly on that lid. But it worked out really well for me because my lid and my crease and my hooded eyes are much smaller, so it made it a little easier to deal with. Then I'm going to go in with some Scotch tape and I'm going to create a line on the side of my face, like obviously trying to fall in love with me. I know I'm so attractive right now doing this. Make sure you try to make them as even as possible. That's going to be the real challenge, and make sure there's no air bubbles or gaps on your tape line. Then taking a super creamy kohl pencil, I'm just going to start drawing like a makeshift wing. Only worry about keeping this on the outer corner and keep this at like the depth and the thickness of the line towards the bottom half of your tape. Then taking an angle brush from the same brush kit, I am just going to start smudging out and lightly kind of softening the edge of this. This is a lot easier than using like a gel liner to do this because you're just kind of playing with what you already have and dragging it upwards. If you notice, I'm just lightly feathering it and taking it ever so slightly upwards, and the higher up on that tape I go, the closer to the tape I'm going to put my brush because I don't want it to be too thick towards the top. I'm just going to go through and kind of work with this and soften it up and thicken it up to my liking. Take your time with this. It will take a little bit of practice, but honestly, this takes me seconds to do. It's so easy. Feel free to build up this depth on the gel, or the kohl pencil as much as you want. I went in and did it twice. But once again, personal preface, you could do it with any color eyeliner as well, just so you guys know. It would still work really, really well and look really cool. I think like a teal or turquoise liner in the spring would be super, super fun. Then I'm taking a black shadow and another brush from the kit, and I'm just kind of like setting that, if you will. I'm just darkening it up, extending it up a little bit higher, and just making sure that I get it as dark and black and pigmented as I want. And then taking a Sigma liquid liner, I am just going to connect my big old fat wing to the inner part of my eye. This is the thing, or the trick, that I think makes it the easiest, because if you try to take that kohl pencil or these big brushes and try to bring this all the way in, it could get really thick and hard to control. But if you take a liquid liner just to build up your inner corner as thick as you want and then just connect them, it is so, so much easier. Like, seriously, I can't stress enough how quick and easy this look is. Then you'll take your tape off and well, bam! You got yourself a nice little wing. Super into it. Super easy. Moving on to foundation, I am taking the Naked Skin foundation and the Cover FX custom cover drops. I have a color corrector on my eye, but somehow that footage got cut out of the video. I'm really sorry. I'm just putting this all over my skin with a flat, like paintbrush style foundation brush from the kit, which I haven't used a brush like this in years. It is really, really nice, but I will say, as always, I'm still going to hit it with a beauty blender. It never matters what kind of foundation brush I use. I always blend out my foundation with a beauty blender type sponge. And I'm just going to work that all over my skin to make sure there is no excess product or streaks. Then I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. I recently got this and I'm absolutely in love with it. I'm going to take that same foundation brush I started off with to lay down my concealer. I do the same thing when I use any kind of brush selection that I have at my disposal. I always lay down my cream products for my complexion with a brush, and then I will blend them out with a beauty blender sponge. I do really, really like this concealer a lot though. It is super pigmented, extremely hydrating. Very, very good coverage, wears really well. It's really, really nice. I highly recommend it if you guys haven't checked it out. I'm really, really excited I finally got my hands on it. But as usual, I'm going to be concealing underneath my eyes up to my cheekbones. I will do the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and a little bit on my forehead. I do believe some of the footage of me doing my concealer got cut out, so I don't know if that actually shows up throughout the entire video, but I definitely did it, and I definitely, once again, after I laid down that concealer with the brush, I, as always, will go back and work it in with a beauty blender. Then I'm going to take the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Powder. I use this pretty much all over my face today. And I'm going to take a beauty blender again and just use it to lay down a really thick layer of it to bake my makeup. During the summer, I mean, ideally you wouldn't want to put on a crap ton of product, but my skin's been kind of going through a rough patch lately. It's been really oily and breaking out a lot. So I've been baking a little bit more than I normally do just to kind of make sure my makeup stays in place all day. Plus, I do like the color of face highlight that it gives me to mix my concealer with this kind of somewhat beige, somewhat translucent, loose powder situation. Then I just went in with kind of a flat powder brush to set the rest of my face lightly with the same translucent powder. And I'm curling my lashes to get ready for mascara and false lashes. And I'm going to tightline, and like, once again, I understand I look super, super, super hot right now, but try not to get too obsessed with me while I tightline. Then I'm going to take the Superhero from IT Cosmetics mascara. I really like this mascara to thickly coat my entire lashes. This entire look is super lash heavy, so don't be afraid to kind of go ham sandwich with it and really get the depth and volume on those lashes and make sure they're super, super black and thick. And then I'm going to apply my false lashes. I used Goddess from Koko. You guys have seen them a million times. They're absolutely stunning, but use what you have. Then I'll take that same flat brush I used earlier to wipe away all of my cooking powder. And make sure, like as I say with this step every single time I do this in a video, make sure you really take your time wiping that away. Then going in with the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion, which is beautiful. And this brush, which is like the best brush in this kit completely. I use it constantly to bronze. I like it to bronze, blush, blend. Like, I keep it in my purse. It's my favorite brush in this whole kit. It's so wonderful. And I like how using this really big, soft brush made the bronzing action on my face look super natural. I mean, it's natural for me. There's no harsh lines. It's really soft, so I'm really into it. Then I'm taking the light contour shade from the IT Cosmetics and this angled kind of blush and or contour brush. You can do what you want with it, but I like to use it to contour. It's got a really nice sharp chiseled edge and it's really fluffy, and it made contouring with it super simple. I just laid it down and blended it out and walked away. I didn't need to go back with another brush to blend it out or refine it at all. So I really do like this brush as well. And I'm just going to contour my forehead and my chin and my jawline also. Next blush, I'm taking Milani Luminoso on that same brush I applied my bronzer with. Like I said, I use this brush for pretty much everything once I whip it out, and I'm just going to put that all over the apples of my cheeks. And I'm going to bake the underside of my makeup as well, just to make sure that contour and blush is nice and lifted. It's not dragging down my face, but as always, feel free to skip and or add any steps that you'd like. The bottom lash line is pretty simple today. I'm just taking a pencil brush that's included in the kit, and I'm going to take that Birkin eyeshadow and run it from inner corner to outer corner, softly smudging out the bottom line. And then I'll take that same angled brush that we used on our winged liner to just kind of bring a little bit of depth closer to the lash line. And that's pretty much all I'm going to do except for bottom lash line mascara. I have to say this might be like the one makeup look on my entire channel where I didn't go too crazy with my bottom lash line, but I actually really like it. Then I'm going to start dusting away that cooking powder. Obviously, you do not want to skip this step. Walking around with white mutton chops is not cute. Then I'm taking my Benefit What's Up highlighter, and I'm just going to start kind of laying this down in the areas I'm going to put my highlighter on. I'm kind of enjoying this kind of primer cocktail situation that I've been doing lately. It really helps your highlighter last a lot longer. And I'm using the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter, which I am super impressed with. I did not think I would like it nearly as much as I do. It's kind of my favorite highlighter I've ever used. I'm not gonna lie, the shade is gorgeous, and I think that the formula is a little different than the other ones. I could be wrong. Then I'm taking Magenta Lip Liner from MAC just to line the perimeter of my lips. Obviously, like I said before, you can do any lip that you want, but since I'm going with the purple one, this is the only liner I have that kind of goes with it. And for lips, I'm using Madison from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is a really, really pretty springtime fun color. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. See you in the next one. Love you, mean it. Bye!